Hey guys, today's video topic is don't be afraid to fail. If you hang around to the end, we're going to discuss some things that you can do personally to make sure that you at least give yourself a chance. So that and more coming up. So welcome. If this is your first time joining me, my name's Tom Fulks and this is Moving Forward with Tom. On this channel we discuss not only what it feels like to live with depression and anxiety, but also things we can do to overcome those feelings. And also we use some motivation that even if someone's watching this channel that doesn't deal with depression and anxiety can use to better their lives and live a happier and more successful life. Today's topic, where we're going to talk about is not being afraid to fail, is very dear to my heart because I have tried so many different things in my life, but I've never had the fear of failure. I failed a bunch, but I've never had the fear. Just like doing this channel. When I told people that I was going to do a YouTube channel, there's all the naysayers. But I believe in myself, and I want to share with you how I do that. So that's what this video is about today. So if you'd like to take this journey with me, I would love you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button below, and also turn on notifications by hitting the bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And also share a comment during the video if you think of anything, if you think of any questions, or even at the end, because all that engagement helps YouTube to share this video, because without that engagement they think, well, it's no good content, we don't want to share it with anyone else, because that's how the algorithm works in YouTube. So I would love that for you to help with me. So let's just get right into it about how not to be afraid to fail. And I guess the first question I've got to ask you is, have you ever failed at anything? Have you? Because if your answer is no, then my next thing is going to be, have you ever tried? Because if you've ever tried, then you failed. We've all failed. But it's having that courage to stand back up and keep going. And that's what we want to do today, is learn how to stand up and face that fear and keep going and keep the prize ahead of us. The real tragedy in life is when people live with the what ifs. You know, what if I had gone for that promotion? What if I would have studied to be a doctor? Man, I lived with so many what ifs in my younger years of things that I thought that I wanted to do. You know, I wanted to be a country singer. I wanted to be a movie star. I wanted to be so many of these things, but I never did anything about it because I was afraid of failure. But as I grew and as I got older and got more confidence, I started doing some things and taking some risks. And guess what? A lot of times I fell flat on my face. But I dusted myself off, stood back up, and went again. And that's what winners do. You're not going to win every time. No one wins every time. But the tragedy is if you never try. If you go in the wrong direction, guess what? All you have to do is just turn around. Simply turn around. Because I've been headed in the wrong directions many times in my life, and I've stopped and said, man, this just doesn't feel right. So I stopped and I did something else. And you're going to have people around and say, man, you just can't make up your mind what you want to do. Well, unless my heart gets involved in it, I'm not going to stay in it. That's just the way I am. That's who I am. And that's how God made me, and that's just the way it's going to be. The choice that you have is to either fear failure or love success. So which is it? Are you going to fear failure enough to where you never give yourself a chance at success? You've got to focus on what's ahead of you and quit looking at your failed past, because all that does is drags you down. You got to remember that failing isn't permanent, but not trying is. When you fail, that's just one step closer to success. I think of a child, you know, when they first are starting to learn to walk. The first thing they do as a baby first learns to crawl. They get up from their stomach, they kick around their legs and their arms, and those of you that have children or grandchildren know what I'm talking about. Until finally one day they're crawling and the parents you're so proud, hey, they learned to crawl. Then the next thing they learn to do is to stand. Then the next thing they learn to do is take that first step. So which stage are you in your life? Are you still crawling? Are you standing? Are you taking the first step? Or are you in a flat run toward what you want? Because just like that baby didn't start running before he started crawling. So you've got to work towards your success. It's not easy, because if it was easy, anyone could do it. You have to work for your success. There's some young men that live down the street from me that their dad buys them new vehicles every other week, it seems like, because they'll go out and raise hell in their cars and crash them, and their parents will just hand them keys to another brand new car. What do you think that's teaching those kids? It's not teaching them the value of they have to work for anything. They have no fear because mommy and daddy's going to take care of it. Well, guess what? One day that's not going to happen. And those children are going to be failures. And it's sad that parents do that to their children. You have to let people do things on their own to build courage. You know, like what Paul says in 2 Timothy. He says, I fought the good fight, I finished the race, and I kept the faith. Have you even started your race? Have you? Because you have to start the race before you can ever end the race. Fear's a choice. If you listen to the naysayers, the haters, then you're never going to move off the starting blocks. But winning is also a choice. And I mean that. Winning is a choice. I remember watching an Ashton Kutcher movie with my wife. It was What Happens in Vegas. And on that movie, I'll never forget the line that he says. He says, I quit betting on myself so I didn't have to lose. And I rewound the movie just to hear that again, and I thought, wow. I quit betting on myself so I didn't have to lose. What a tragedy. What a tragedy that is, that you quit betting on yourself so you don't have to lose. Guess what else you do when you do that? You give up the chance to ever win. You never get a win if you never get in the fight. Ever. So don't be like that. Don't quit betting on yourself, because guess what? You're the only thing that you can bet on. You can't be assured of other people. Other people can change their mind. But guess what? You can change your own mind and become successful and stand on your own 2 feet. I talk to my kids and my nephews and nieces about this all the time, is stand on your own. Don't be dependent on someone else to do something for you, because if you don't work towards something, it's not going to mean anything to you. If you're handed everything, you have no work ethic, and so you'll never strive. And when you fail, you won't know how to handle it. You will not know how to handle it. So if you're a parent doing that to your children, stop. You're killing them. You're giving them no chance to thrive in life. None. You'll never, ever, ever respect something you didn't work for. I know, because I've been given things in life, and man, I pissed them away. And that's just the truth. I did. So the last thing I've got for you is to just go for it. Start your adventure. Don't let anything hold you back. Punch fear in the face. Keep going. Keep climbing the mountain. If you start up the mountain in one direction and there's an impassable point, guess what? Go around to the other side. Keep going up. You've got to continually move forward if you ever want to seek and find the destination you're looking for in life. Period. So I would love you to join me next week. And if you notice, I haven't been moving my right arm. I'm usually very handsy when I talk, but I tore my bicep muscle off the bone, and I'm getting ready to have surgery, so I'm having to pre-record some videos. So if you can keep me in your thoughts and prayers, I'd greatly appreciate it. But just like myself, that just proves my point. I didn't let that happening to me keep me from doing what I'm passionate about, which is making these videos and sharing with the world things that I've dealt with so that I can maybe help someone else. So be that kind of person. Go for it. Don't let anything else hold you back. I would love you to stay on this journey with me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, leave a comment, and until next week, just do one thing for me, and that's keep moving forward.